All right, guys. So jumping into this, there is a kind of a different way that we need to do this. Uh, because what we had to do in order to access the YT player's own, own variables, we needed to inject this script. So now we don't get the benefit of running an extension with a Chrome API. So we have to send a message back to the extension, and then we can trigger a download prompt with a file name through using Chrome downloads. So let me close some of these here. So in the downloads here, you need to add permissions downloads, and then we can manage downloads. So go ahead and add permissions. It's going to take an array. Downloads is the only permission that we really need right now. Now we can't use it from this script right here. We can't hook into the API for downloads from the injected JavaScript. We'd want to send a message to a content script, but this isn't how you do it. So I'm going to erase that right here. I also did some other stuff, so I'm going to go over that. And actually I'll do it again just so that you guys can see what actually that's irrelevant, I don't think. All right, so what we're gonna do is I can remove these both. We need to be able to pass a message from this script right here over to our loader, which is a content script, so it has access to the downloads API from Chrome now that we've specified in permissions. So how we're going to do that is we're just going to post a message to the window, and then we're going to add the event listener here on post message. So what we need to do is create, we're just going to do something very simple here, then we're going to extend on it. I'm going to create a data variable, and that's going to be type download clicked. And then we're just going to say window.post message. I'm not going to post message. What are we going to do? Let me have a look here. It is post message. This is the code that I was working with before just to run some tests. And then we just pass the data that we want. And we can add an asterisk right there. Now we're going to save this, and every time the download button is clicked, not the individual options right now, we're just going to post this message that we can intercept right here. So obviously after we append it here, we're going to say window.add event listener, and we're going to be listening for message. And the function, we're going to pass e as event in here, and we're just going to console log e dot data dot type. So I'm going to save. We're going to save this, save the manifest. We're going to jump over here and click reload, and then jump into our page right here. And now when I click the download button, we see download clicked is printed out as told to by loader here. We're actually console logging that. So now in this script, we can access the Chrome Downloads API. So let's have a look at this. We're going to be looking at the method download because we want to call that, and this will allow us to provide a file name and the URL. So this is basically how to use it. You have ability to run a callback, and you pass the object of options in here with these parameters. And we're going to grab those from the link itself. So we need to add an event listener here to run a new method that we're actually going to post the message for. That was a little confusing. But let's jump into it here. We're going to say item.add event listener, and it's going to be on click. We're going to run download URI. And now let's create that method. So function download URI, and we're going to pass the event in here because we're going to get the parameters of href specifically from this. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to say prevent default. We don't want that kind of automatically opening pages and stuff. And at this point, we're going to get the var URL is going to equal event.currentTarget.getAttribute, and we're going to get the href. And then the var name is going to be document.getElements by tag name, and we're going to be looking for the title tag, and we're going to get the inner text of that. And now we're going to create the data object. So var data is going to be URL is URL, name is name, and then sender, I can erase those quotes. I'm used to writing in Python. Sender is going to be YTDL. Now, I need to actually end that. There we go. And then we just post the message. So window.post message. We're going to send along data and an asterisk. So I can remove that from here. We're going to save it. And what we should be able to do is in the loader here, we should be able to print out data sender. So save, reload. I'm going to reload this. And now when I click download and then HD, okay, it does load it, so we're going to have to look at preventing that. And then it says undefined. So data sender. What are we doing wrong there? Sender. Reload. Reload this. Download. And in console, we have download this video printed. And that is printed. Where is that printed? Let's just print out the entire object. So download and then the event. Stop propagation, and then let's return false down here. Just to make sure that it doesn't open that new tab with the video in it. We don't want that to happen. We just want to download it. We don't want to, and it still does. So we'll figure that out. E is not defined because we're passing it in as event. All right. There we go. Save. Oh. Reload. Reload this now. See what progress we've got, if any. Well, we clicked it and nothing happened. Still says, did I leave that like that? I did. I did not mean to. We're making slow progress here. This is taking quite a bit longer than I thought. So once we connect this, I might just end it there. So there we go. We've got this message being passed, and now we can actually use the Chrome downloads method.